Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for some more science, space and tech news to share with you. I came across this at Dagans.com in Australia. Yes, Google Chrome glitch locks out 15 million users' passwords. Oh dear, how inconvenient. Yeah. Yes, a significant error in Google Chrome's web browser caused around 15 million Windows users to lose access to their saved passwords for nearly 18 hours. Yes, apparently that was only 2% of users affected. Wow. A lot of Gmail users out there, that's for sure. Now, according to Zaire, this issue was attributed to a change in the browser without adequate feature protection, according to a public apology from Google. You have a lot more to apologize for, Google, besides this. You might as well just keep going on your apology tour. Fascinating. Now, the problem affecting Chrome users globally particularly impacted those running version M127 of the browser on the Windows platform. Surprise! Not. Why is it that every time there's an error in an update with CrowdStrike or with the Google Chrome browser or everything else, it's always on the Windows platform? Something to think about, isn't it? Yes. Now, during the outage, users were unable to access their saved passwords in Chrome's password manager. Now, given Chrome's extensive global user base of over 3 billion, Google estimated that about 2% of users were affected. Very interesting indeed. Now, a temporary fix. Now, as a temporary fix, Google instructed users to launch Chrome with a command line flag, --enable -features equals skip UNDE cryptable passwords. That's real. You make people on Windows with Google Chrome sound like Linux users. Stop it. That's what I'm saying. Everyone says Linux is too hard for people. Well, not now. My recommendation is you can still tweak it like a nerd. Don't get me wrong, and do nerdy stuff. But if you're not into that, really, go to, say, for argument's sake, look up the Canonical website or Ubuntu.com. Go to Ubuntu, download it gives you instructions on how to download it and put it onto a flash drive. You can then boot your computer up with it, right? And it doesn't affect, because it runs entirely in memory and off that little flash drive. So it doesn't affect your Windows-based your hard drive. Give it a shot. It comes with LibreOffice and Firefox. Just give it a shot. The Firefox browser. Give it a go. See if it's similar. It'll be similar if you've used a Mac before. You'll pick it up real quick. If you haven't, go and use something like Linux Mint and do the same thing. Right? Guarantee you'll find it a lot easier than you think it would be to use. It's fascinating. Now, a permanent solution has now been implemented requiring users to simply restart the Chrome browser to regain access to their passwords. Google has apologized for the inconvenience and thanked users for their patience during the disruption. That's something they should just have there all the time. They should just make T-shirts with it on. Merch. Google's apology tour merch. Yes. In addition to the Chrome issue, cybersecurity expert Brian Krebs reported another problem affecting Google users. Some found that email verification was missing when creating new Google Workspace accounts. Now, Anu Yamunan, Director of Abuse Protection and Safety at Google Workspace, that's an interesting title, isn't it? Director of Abuse Protection. Fascinating. At Google Workspace, confirmed that several thousand unverified domain accounts were created before the issue was resolved. It's interesting. It's scary too. This Google Workspace. Yeah, a lot of companies are starting to use that now as opposed to Office. Yeah, interesting. Google Workspace? No, Google Docs. Sorry, I do apologize. That was my fault. Using Google Docs as opposed to, Microsoft Office was just quite fascinating. Now, this problem was addressed within 72 hours of its reporting. Humanin clarified that these domains were not previously associated workspace accounts or services. That's really interesting, isn't it? So, or was anybody out there who's watching these videos, were you affected by this? I personally wasn't. Yeah, that's a lot of people. I mean, it's only 2% of their overall user base, but still 15 million people. That's a lot. It's like Microsoft's with its CrowdStrike issues the other day for the update. That was still a lot of computers, even though it was only just 2% or 1% or whatever the case is. It was fascinating. That's such a small amount could be so many numbers in devices. Fascinating, isn't it? All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. And if you're up for it, and particularly if you're affected by this particular Google Chrome glitch, please feel free to comment down below the video because we'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care. And as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And also, please follow us not only on YouTube, but also on rumble.com, bitshoot.com, and odyssey.com. Links below the description of this video for those other magnificent streaming services that are growing more and more every single day, besides the YouTubings. Yes, quite fascinating. And, as I also always say,
I'll be back.